Ajay, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so we'll continue. By the way, Mani sir, are you there? Okay. Um, I should share my screen, right? Okay, so hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. So in last class, okay, so we started with counting, right? So there are, did I not? Okay. So we saw what is counting in last class, right? And there are two fundamental principles, okay, that guide us how to count, okay. Only two rules, okay. So that is the beauty of probability, okay, making things very simpler. One is the inclusion exclusion principle, okay, which says the cardinality of A union B. Okay, so this pipeline symbol we use for cardinality. Either we use this, modulus operator, or we use this hash. Okay, both stands for the cardinality of a set. Okay, which will represent the number of members in a set. So the cardinality of A union B can be obtained by adding the cardinality of A with B and subtracting the cardinality of A intersection B. Okay. So why should we subtract this A intersection B to get this one? Anyone? So
Since the
yeah, so when you count, yeah, thank you, Darshini, I think so, right? Yeah, thank you, Darshini. Okay, so when you add A, the cardinality of A, okay, I'm going to add everything inside this row circle. Okay, so that will include the points here as well. Okay, so basically 4 plus 4, 8 points in the intersection will also be counted as the member of A. Okay, so the blue circle. Okay, and when you add the cardinality of B, again we are going to consider all the elements that belong to B. So this A intersection B is added twice. Okay, so one time in the cardinality of A, the other time in the cardinality of B. So we subtract one of the A intersection B. Okay, so that should give us the total number of elements in A union B. Okay, so this is one rule. So let's take an example. In a band of singers and guitarists, 7 people sing. Okay, 4 play the guitar and 2 do both. Okay, how big is the band? Okay, we wanted to find what is the real size of the band. Can anyone try?
9, ma'am.
9, right? So how did you get that?
7 from singers and 4 from guitarists. And we
Okay.
subtract the common in both the singers and guitarists.
Yes.
So we get 9.
Yeah. Yeah. Who is this?
Sandhya, ma'am.
Sandhya. Thank you, Sandhya. Okay, you're right. Good. Okay,
Thank you.
so let S be the set of singers. Okay, and this is the formal way of saying. Okay, what Sandhya said is exactly correct. That's the right answer. Okay, so I'm just formally saying it. Let S be the set of singers and G be the set of guitarists. Okay, so I have the cardinality of S, which is 7, and we have the cardinality of G, which is 4. Okay, and when two of them do both, it is the common between this one. Okay, so that is the intersection part, right? So we subtract the 2 and we get 9. Okay, and the second rule of counting is the rule of product, or we call that as multiplication rule. Okay, so which says if there are m ways to perform action 1 and m ways to perform action 2, then there are nm ways to perform action 1 followed by action 2. Okay, so you have two actions, action 1 and action 2. Now we wanted to make a sequence. Okay, action 2 will follow action 1. Okay, any sequence, okay, you can form. Okay, so if there are n ways to perform action 1 and m ways to perform action 2, the sequence of operations, action 1 followed by action 2, can be performed in n dot m number of ways. Okay, that is nm ways. Okay, so if you have 3 shirts and 4 pants, how many different outfits can you wear? How many different ways you can wear this 3
12,
shirts and
ma'am.
4 pants?
12.
12, right? Yeah, who is this?
Satish Kumar, ma'am.
Satish Kumar. Thank you, Satish. Okay, so he is right. Okay, so we have 3 pants and 3 shirts and 4 pants. So totally there are 12 ways to do it. Okay, and the beauty of this rule is that, see, even if, see, this is very, very important. Okay, that's why I have highlighted it. Okay, the rule of product holds good even if the ways to perform action 2 depend on the action 1. Okay, the ways to perform action 2 depend on action 1 as long as the number of ways to perform action 2 is independent of action 1. There are two things here. Okay, one is the number of ways, the other is ways of doing the action. Okay, so you can apply the product rule or the multiplication rule even if the ways to perform action 2 depend on the action 1. What does it mean? That means that the action that is following some other thing. Okay, so here our sequence is action 1 followed by action 2. Okay, so you perform action 1 which is independent. It did not depend on anything. Okay, but to perform action 1, you have some dependency over action 1. To perform action 2, you have some dependency over action 1. Okay, but what is independent? The number of ways of performing action 2 is independent of action 1. Okay, so as long as this condition holds, okay, you can apply the rule of product. Okay, so here is an example. There are 5 competitors in the 100-meter final at Olympics. In how many ways can the gold, silver and bronze medals be awarded? Can anyone try? Again, we have the solution as the role of product.
5 into 4 into 3, 16.
Yeah, exactly. Who is this?
Da Santosh.
Das Santosh. Okay, thank you, Das. Okay, so he is right. Okay, so we have totally 5 competitors. So how many different ways you can award the gold medal? Any one of the 5 can win, right? Out of 5, any one can win. So there are 5 different ways you can think of awarding the gold, right or not? So for, because that is the first place, right? So we, this is independent. Okay, the winner. Okay, Okay, so among the 5, any one can be the winner. Okay, so we have 5 different ways to awarding or only 4. So depends on the number of ways of awarding silver. After eliminating this one, you have 4 different ways. Okay, that does not depend on this, the action of awarding the gold. Okay, so you have 5 into 4 into 3, which is example, okay, as a key in your mind. Okay, whenever you have the star example will help you to scale your answers. Okay. Okay. Now, since we have, this, we are seeing the counting again, we should know the, combinatorics, the permutations and combinations. Okay, so let's see what is permutation. Okay, so permutation of a set, a permutation. Okay, I'm not saying the permutation. It is a permutation of a set is a particular order, okay, of its elements. Take any set A, okay, and if you order these elements in some particular order, that will become a permutation. Can anyone try? Say some permutation of this set A. Particular order of its elements. Any order. Any order will become a permutation. ABC. ABC?
BCA.
BCA. Good. Who is this? Sandhya?
Joshika, ma'am.
Joshika. Good.
Joshika, ma'am.
Okay. Joshika. Good. Okay. So we have BCA, that is one permutation. ABC is another permutation. Okay. You can think of any order. Okay. CBA, all those. So how many different permutations are possible?
8.
8, ma'am.
Why 8?
2 power 3 equal to 8.
Why 2 over 3?
3 combinations, ma'am.
So when you say 2, 3, see how many ways?
Okay,
See,
okay,
you
okay,
have
ma'am.
3
I understand,
ways.
ma'am.
Huh? See, when you have 2 symbols, then you can think of something, the base to be 2. Okay, but now we have 3 elements. Okay, so it's simple again, rule of product. Okay, so if we have 3 places to fill, out of this I can choose one element. Okay, how many different ways you can fill this element? I can either fill it with A, or I can fill it with B, or I can fill it with C. Okay, so how many different ways we have here? Who was trying the answer? Who said 2 to the power 3?
Ma'am, I understand, ma'am. Sadish Kumar, ma'am.
Oh, you understood. Okay, Vinod Kumar. Okay, now it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is, see, at least you came up with an answer. Okay, so that's very great. Okay, some people might think, but even if they will not be confident enough to spell out their answers, and this will really help. If you're not telling this answer, I wouldn't explain this. Okay, really, I'm really grateful for you. Thank you, Vinod. Okay, so we have 3 ways to fill this position. It can be either A, B, or C. Okay, after filling one element here, we are left with only 2 elements. Okay, so this place I have 2 choices, and this place I have 1 choice. Multiply. Okay, you can just list out. Okay, you can maybe give an exercise shortly. Okay, so how many permutations are possible, it is again the rule of product. Okay, we get 6 ways. Okay, so in general, if you have a set with k elements, the number of permutations will be, what is this? K exclamation mark. What is this? Thank you. Okay, so so you can see that this is factorial operation, right? So we actually 6 is actually 3 factorial, right? So in general, if you have k elements in a set, the number of permutations of that set would be k factorial, which is nothing k into k minus 1 into k minus 2, etc. up to 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. You can try it out. Okay. So list all the permutations. Okay, of 3 elements. Okay, some of is missing. You have to list out permutations, and the permutation length is 3 elements. Okay, out of this set A, B, C, D. Okay, your time starts now. I'll give 2 minutes time. So anyone completed? So what will be the answer? What is the job? You are just to list the permutations of length 3 out of these 4 elements, right? So what will be the answer? You will have ABC, ABD, right? Anyone try? How many different elements you have?
4 into 3 into 2.
24.
24. Great. Okay. Is that Padmini? Okay, so you have 24. Check it out. Okay, so you have ABC, ACB, okay, and BCA, BAC, and so on. Okay, so check out, this is the solution. If you have missed out something, you should be able to identify. Okay, so the important note here is this ABC and ACB. Okay, these 2 elements, ABC and ACB, or any of these elements. Okay, if you consider all the elements along this, row, what can you say about that? What can you say, or what can you comment about one row? Take any of these 4 rows. Can you comment on, okay, do you notice anything that is unique? In the sense that a special character or property, special property, I should say. Any observation? Okay, so what is more interesting? Okay, so the elements are so arranged that if you check each of these row, okay, you can find that these are combinations of the same set of symbols. Take ABC. Okay, you have ABC in different order. You have ABC in different order. Okay, it is not including D at all. If you take this row, this is not including C. Okay, this will not include B. This will not include A. Can you see that? Am I online or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So the important takeaway is this, okay? So ABC and ACB, okay, count as distinct permutations, means that they are two different permutations, okay? The order of the elements do matter in permutation. Okay, it matters. Okay, this is ABC is different from ACB, ACB is different from BAC, and so on. Okay, although the elements are the same, the order in which the elements appear matters in permutation. Okay, and combinations. Okay, in contrast to permutation, in combinations, the order does not matter. Okay, we are not bothered about the order. Okay, does not matter in combination. Okay, so we can keep in our memory like this. Okay, permutations are list. Okay, but combinations are sets. Okay, sets will not allow duplicate elements, right? So list allows even duplicates. Sets will not allow duplicate. Okay, so permutations are lists and combinations are sets. Okay, so can you list all the combinations of 3 elements in this set now? Here we are not giving importance to the order. Okay, so here that mean, what does it mean? So ABC is same as CBA. So in that case, can you list out the different combinations of 3 elements? I'll give 1 minute time. We have already seen the answer. Yes. Someone
Four,
wants to
ma'am.
try? Yeah.
ABC,
ABC,
ACD,
ACD,
BCD,
BCD,
DAB,
A,
DAB,
only AB,
DAB,
BAB. Okay, great. Is that Padmini?
Sandhya, ma'am.
Sandhya, great Sandhya, doing well, keep up. Okay, so what Sandhya said is the right answer. Okay, so we have already seen here, right? So in every row, okay, so we have only one combination. Okay, each row corresponds to a combination. Okay, so here the combination is ABC, here it is ABD, here it is ACD, and here it is BCD. Okay, so that's the right answer what Sandhya said. Okay, and so here is the set. Okay, so here in the first set we drop out D, here we drop out C, here we drop out A, and here we drop out B. Okay, so permutations versus the combination is this one. Okay, so this is what I explained. Okay, now we'll see the mathematical part. Okay, how to compute the number of permutations and the number of combinations. Okay, So the number of permutations we represent like this, okay, NPK, okay. The number of permutations of k distinct elements from a set of size n, okay. That means that we have a set with size n. Out of n elements, okay, we have to find the permutation of k elements, okay, k distinct elements, okay. So that is the meaning of NPK, and the formula to find that is n factorial divided by n minus k factorial. Okay, that turns out to be, so this n minus in n factorial we can simply cancel out this n minus k factorial elements. Okay, so what will remain is n into n minus 1 up to n minus k plus 1. Okay, so that is what will remain. And the combination, okay, NCK, we also write it like this, N choose K. Okay, we usually read this, symbolic representation as N choose K is the number of combinations of K elements from a set of size N. Okay, see here it is list here, this is subset here, okay. And NCK is equal to n factorial divided by k factorial into n minus k factorial, which is nothing but NPK divided by k factorial, okay. So here, how did you arrive at this 24? It is 4p3, okay. Simply apply the formula. So it is 4 factorial divided by 4 out of 4 you are choosing 3, right? So it is 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3, which is 1 factorial, right? So it is 4 factorial, which is 24. And here combination is 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. Okay, so you have 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial, which will give you the answer 4. Is that fine? Say yes or no, so that I know that I am still with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so here are exercises. I think hereafter I have only exercise. Okay, the number of ways to choose 2 out of 4 things. Okay, just solve it. I'll give 2 minutes and get back to you. So anyone computed the answer?
Ma'am, 12.
First one. Okay, so it is, what is this? Choose. That means what? Permutation or combination? What did you apply here?
Permutation, ma'am.
Permutation? Why? Why did you decide permutation?
Number of ways.
Choose, okay, when you have the word choose, okay, it is combination. Okay. I don't see when we choose, we don't mind the order. See, suppose if I say from a basket of, 3 colored balls, okay, red, blue, and green, okay, I want you to choose 2 balls, okay, and you choose 2 of them. Okay, I want you to choose 2 different colored balls, say for example. Okay, so whether you choose the red ball first and then take a green ball, or you take a green ball first and take a red ball, doesn't matter for me. Is it okay or not? Okay, so when we choose, the order doesn't matter. Okay, but when we list, okay, order matters. Is that fine? Who was that? Who was saying this is permutation? Is that fine for you?
Fine, ma'am.
Good. Okay, so here it is actually 4C2. This is 4P2. What about this one? It is what is this? This is
6,
10,
ma'am.
10,
Mm, mm.
10C3. Okay, is that fine? Okay, so when you choose, you apply the combination. Okay, so this is mere substitution of formula. Okay, I think everybody should get this answer, okay, without any confusion. Am I with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. So here is a little, I wouldn't say it's a complex one, but maybe that you need to little think and solve, okay? Maybe I'll give 5 minutes time. Okay, count the number of ways to get 3 heads in a sequence of 10 flips of a coin. Okay, so maybe I'll underline this sequence. Okay, so this is the first part. And the second part is, if the coin is fair, what is the probability of getting exactly 3 heads in 10 flips? Okay, I'll just give 5 minutes, solve it and get me the answer. And if you're done, just unmute and speak, okay? You need not take all 5 minutes. Anyone has finished, please tell me the answer. Okay, I think we are approaching the time. Someone can tell their answer. Whatever you have computed.
120.
120. How did you get this 120?
Ma'am, 10 combination of 3.
Okay, exactly. Okay, so is there any, is this Sandhya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great, Sandhya. You're doing very well today. Okay. So is there any other way you can do that? Why did you choose, why did you choose for combination? Why didn't you go for permutation? What is the intuition you had behind to choose the combination?
Ma'am, you have told that it had a sequence of 10 flips.
Hmm. So in sequence, we don't care about the order. So let me ask you this way, okay? What is the sequence of alphabets that I should arrange to get the word, say, car?
CAR.
Okay, so here the order matters, right? When we say sequence, okay, the order matters. Okay, of course, in this question, okay, that's why. Okay, although I underlined this word sequence, okay, so sequence here is slightly misleading. Okay, so in other words, okay, sequence will include the ordering information. But here, what are we interested in? We are interested in getting 3 heads. Okay, and the sequence is what? The sequence actually represent the flips. Okay, I'm flipping one coin one after the other. Okay, so that is the sequence it is actually mentioning here. Okay, it is not the sequence in which we get the the head outcome. Okay, so I don't mind whether I get the head in 1 5 7 or 3 2 and 4 and so on. Okay, so I don't mind in which flip I get the head. Okay, all that I want is 3 heads. Okay, and always you can rearrange that. Okay, whether it is, even if I say 3 2 1, you can rearrange the ordering of the outcome and say it is actually 1 2 3. You had the outcome of head at trial 1, trial 2 and trial 3. Okay, so here the order of the outcome doesn't matter. Okay, as Sandhya said, it is 10C3. But is there any other way to get this 120? So if you apply the formula 10C3, you will get 120, no doubt. Is there any other way to get this 120? What about rule of product? I want 3 heads. Okay, so I have 3 positions to fill. Okay, and how many different ways I can fill this position? I can get head in first trial, second trial, up to 10th trial, right? So I have 10 different choices, right? Yes or no? The flip can be in any one of the 10 trials. Okay, and once you chose a trial here, the number of options you are left with is 9, right? And then 8. Is it okay or not? The product rule, is this fine? Am I with you? No? Okay, so just respond, okay, because I will not be able to see whether I am even connected with you. Okay, so either hope you understand what I said, right? Okay, so either you can apply the product rule, okay, or you can go with the combination rule. Okay, and what about this one? If the coin is fair, what is the probability of exactly 3 heads in 10 flips? This is straightforward. If you are able to compute this, this should be fairly simple, right? So if the coin is fair, that means what? All the sequences of outputs are equally likely. Okay, so how many different sequences do we have in 10 flips with a length of 3? Okay, so we'll discuss this, and I think with this we will end. Okay, so count the number of heads. Okay, yeah, so that's the first part. I think we have seen that. Okay, it is 10C3, okay, which is 120, or you can go for product rule, which will also give you, oh, it will give you more, right? I should think about this. Okay, so 10 choose 3, which will give you 120. And if the coin is fair, then what is the probability of exactly 3 heads in a 10 flip? Okay, so each flip has 2 outcomes. Okay, it can either have head or tail, right? This implies I have 2 into 2 into 2 up to 10 times, okay, which is 2 to the power 10 different sequences, right, of 10 flips, right? Each out, I mean, in each experiment, we have 2 outcomes. We are making 10 flips, okay, so you have 2 to the power 10 possible combinations of outputs. Do you agree with that? Okay, so if it is a fair coin, then each sequence is equally probable or equally likely. Okay, that means that you get 3 heads 120 times out of 1024 total number of sequences, which will give you around 0.11. Okay, think about why we are unable to apply this product rule here. Okay, let me also think about that, and maybe in the next class somebody should be able to explain. Okay, so I think this is all we have today. So far we have informally introduced, okay, the probability and what is necessary to understand probability. Okay, in the next class we will formally introduce the terminologies involved in probability and we'll move a little faster. Okay, thank you all. Any doubt? Okay, thank you. If you don't have any doubt, we'll close this session. Okay, thank you.